Although Martin Scorsese had sworn off making another gangster movie, when he first heard of Nicholas Pileggi's book Wiseguy, he immediately cold-called the writer and told him, "I've been waiting for this book my entire life." Pileggi replied, "I've been waiting for this phone call my entire life." The studio was initially very nervous about the film, due to its extreme violence and language. The film reportedly received the worst preview response in the studio's history. Martin Scorsese said that the numbers were so low, it was funny. Al Pacino was offered the role of Jimmy Conway. He turned it down due to fears of typecasting. The same year, Pacino ended up playing Big Boy Caprice in Dick Tracy. Pacino admits he still regrets the decision. Ray Liotta turned down the part of Harvey Dent in Batman in order to make Goodfellas. He does not regret his decision. After Joe Pesci's mother saw the film, she told him the movie was good, then asked him if he had to curse so much. F-word and its derivatives are used 321 times in Goodfellas, an average of 2.04 per minute. Joe Pesci says about half of them. Martin Scorsese reportedly didn't want Ray Liotta to have contact with the real Henry Hill before filming, because he had never directed Liotta before, and didn't want Hill to influence Liotta. Paul Sorvino wanted to drop out of the role of Paulie Cicero 3 days before filming began, because he felt that he lacked the cold personality to play the character. He called his agent and asked to be released from the film. Sorvino's agent told him to think about it for 1 day before making a final decision. That night Sorvino looked in the mirror and was frightened by the look on his face. He realized that that look was the look he needed to play Paulie. Every one of Robert De Niro's outfits had a watch and a pinky ring to go with it. The long tracking shot through the Copacabana nightclub came about because the filmmakers couldn't get permission to go in the short way, forcing them to go around the back. Martin Scorsese decided to film the sequence in one unbroken shot in order to symbolize that Henry's entire life was ahead of him. It's his seduction of Karen, and it's also the lifestyle seducing him. This sequence was shot 8 times. One take was ruined because Henny Youngman forgot his lines. Scorsese was inspired by the long Steadicam shot in The Untouchables. Ray Liotta came into view for the main lead after Martin Scorsese saw him in Something Wild and Field of Dreams, and especially loved his explosive energy in Something Wild. The deal was finally sealed during the Venice Film Festival, which Liotta and Scorsese were both visiting. Scorsese was protected by bodyguards after receiving threats from religious groups due to the controversy caused by his previous film, The Last Temptation of Christ. When Liotta wanted to talk to Scorsese about the role again, the bodyguards kept pushing him back. When Scorsese noticed that Liotta remained very calm under this and never got agitated, he knew he had found the right leading man, because the real Henry Hill was known for being a calm and silent observer rather than an aggressive responder. Lorraine Bracco's daughter with Harvey Keitel, Stella plays Henry's daughter who was too shy to give Paulie a kiss, when they arrive at his house for dinner. John Malkovich was considered for the role of Jimmy Conway but turned it down. 3 years later, he took the role of Mitch Lirian in The Line of Fire, which Robert De Niro turned down.